Time to grease up our oil holes again for how deep we're going to get slammed.
So I will mention that even though the last challenge was on the easier side, don't expect the same for this challenge.
I didn't count on that, thankfully.
Of course, now that we're up, all of my old gravestones are coming back to harass the world's best security guard.
Well, look at the bright side, Donald. Your favorite phallic-inducing bird is back.
What do you mean by that?
He's talking about Toy Chica, Donald. Context clues shouldn't be seen with a magnifying glass.
It's been literal months. Can't you Democratic donkeys let a single joke slide?
I thought the weight jokes would have told you that, Donald.
Time to get used to having my heart ripped out of my chest.
I know it's self-explanatory by the title, but these are all old animatronics, right? And since Marionette is in the game, we have to wind up the music box, right? I guess I'll have to wait for my question to be answered.
And within the matter of 13 seconds, I've been gutted and sautéed like a mahi fish.
At least you're not as angry as you used to be.
Yeah, because if I get too loud, the microphone might get unplugged and I'll pop my shoe into the laptop screen.
We already saw this coming, Joe. But some fans are dubbing the past incident as the Mike of 24.
Chica's about to make me throw in a sequel to that, by the way.
Gentlemen, with all due respect, it would help if you would take a look at what each animatronic does. I thought I wouldn't have to clarify this because Donald says he did research, but I guess I was mistaken.
Well, this is catastrophic. No wonder everyone was getting angry in the comments. Don couldn't get past the 15 seconds in a marathon, let alone custom night.
You dare question the intelligence of the world's best security guard? I don't need any backseat passengers telling me what to do, thank you very much.
Donald, quit stomping around and just go to the menu. Japan doesn't need another earthquake.
Go up to Freddy and read off what it says.
He approaches from the left hall. Keep track of him on the monitor and shut the door when he is standing on the doorway. He moves faster as the building gets warmer.
So you're telling me that you haven't even glanced at the instructions, even when they were right there on the screen?
Now that you mention it, I was fairly concerned how he supposedly had a strategy, yet was failing only a few seconds into the night.
Can't hear you over the sound of barbed wire being put up between us.
No wonder you like to sit on the fence.
Is this why I was getting fondled by Chica? If it's not on the shuffle option, she lubes me up like swimwear? Are you kidding me?
Donald, this could have been all avoided if you actually paid attention to what you should have been doing. Too much confidence in your strategy that somehow neglected what the animatronics do.
No wonder everyone was throwing coffee mugs at us in the comments. We didn't even actually play the game.
I'm reading about that now. Just keep quiet and go talk about safety awareness or something.
He's not the one I had to take the gun away from.
All right. The world's best security guard is ready to go back into the ring once more. You may have heard that before, but let me assure you, I will not allow these creaky coffee makers to spew insults after clapping my cheeks.
Listen, as long as you don't unplug anything while you drop kick the mouse pad, then I don't care. I'm trying to minimize the audio issues we have from now on.
So is this where you put effort into damage control? The audio issues?
So that's why Karine is always the one addressing press now when something goes south.
Yeah, I have to put my attention and focus into prospects that matter, like playing horror games.
I'm sorry, I've got to ask this. Has something seemed off to you guys as of recently?
What do you mean?
Can't hear you, trying to focus.
I don't know. I just feel like something has been missing recently. You know that feeling, Joe?
I think I know what you're talking about, but be more specific. What feeling?
Well, yeah, what do I say it? Like almost nothing changed at all, yet it changed so much.
If you have a nostalgia kick, I can bring back the age jokes and the wife jokes, if that's what you're missing. Looks like Bonnie wants it too, the way he's trying to rub one off on me.
I wouldn't really say that. I just think something's missing. Maybe it's because we rarely cuss anymore, or we also don't include as much political talk as we used to.
You want me to mention how Abbott is defending the future of this country? Or how DeSantis is a shriveled raisin prune of a man? Or how Vivek has finally owned up to the truth? Obama, I'm focused right now.
Well, now that you're not focused, and since Freddy's teabagging your lifeless skeleton, what do you have to say?
Since Joe wants to put sanctions on the American people, I guess that leaves me with no choice but to put him in front of a folding chair and karate kick him.
What?
What?
I'm just going to talk for the people that are watching us. Our mics didn't break. They're just oddly doing that old people stare at each other.
How many Joe Bidens does it take to change a light bulb?
How many Donald Trumps does it take to eat a dinner box?
How many senile presidents does it take to realize we're staring at a blank screen? What are we even doing right now?
You guys remember when I said one joke about Donald and he kicked me in the face like a horse?
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days.
Going back to what you were saying where something is off, I think political tensions don't really assist in our friendship. Some of these situations can affect thousands of people. Good, hardworking people. It's natural where there's an off environment.
It's on and off. Sometimes I look at Joe as a decent human being. Other times, an armadillo curled up in the fetal position looks like more of a president than he does.
I don't know if the insult is really necessary there.
Well, Balloon Boy's having a hoot at it because he won't shut up.
Like that. Where did your hatred for Balloon Boy go? You used to light up like a Roman candle, and now it just seems passive-aggressive.
After almost getting audited for damage claims, you really doubt my anger issues after losing so many times, Obama? It's not even scaring me anymore. It's just making me want to drive my fist the deepest it can go through this port.
Well, there's the shouting that I asked for, if you want to call it that.
The point still stands that the only thing that changes around us is ourselves. And the perception that we hold is that nothing is as good as the old days. Funny enough, we'll be doing that with these times in the future.
That is probably the best answer I could have heard. Not to sound like a Donald or anything, but I'm surprised that there wasn't a vomit of words there.
Yeah, because it's my fault I want to determine the legitimacy of what someone is saying and not for it to be mumbo-jumbo.
I think it might be a combination of large crowds and old age, if you will.
Milk starts to expire the second it launches from a cow's udder. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We need sharp-minded people running this country. Very sharp.
Don, you might want to get that.
Way ahead of you, Obama. Remember what I said about being a backseat gamer? Let the world's best security guard work his magic. Thank you very much.
I will say that never gets old.
That game was totally rigged.
The irony, that is, our constant fails are getting old, or rather, Don's constant fails.
Listen, I'm the only one trying out of this entire bingo club, and I got someone who wants to work in Whole Foods on one end, and an old man that needs help around Whole Foods on the other.
Are you frustrated enough that you want to quit or something?
This is the same copy-paste story from last few episodes, and I even looked at the descriptions. This game treats my image like it's Little Orphan Annie on O Block.
You are really good at not answering the question.
I'm not going out like that. There has to be some way to conquer this game. One way or another, I will get through this. That's it. I'm moving to Texas. It's Donald Trump here wanting to thank all of our members for supporting us. We can't thank you enough. If you would like to become a member and see exclusive content, click the link in the description.